Okay, so if you're just going to remain agnostic and not have a conversation with me about the nuances of it, I'm going to move on to the next guest. I find this to be like a rather
strange debate tactic where you just kind of like muddy the waters, say words, don't hold any conclusions, so there's nothing to debate. Like, I'm so sorry, man. Like, I'm trying to debate you right now. I mean, let's debate why you do or you don't support mass amnesty, you do or you don't support mass deportation. Like, let's
I came in here to talk about mass deportation.
Okay, so do you think mass deportation is a good policy?
I think we need to get people that should not be here out, or
that's not what I asked you. Do you think that mass deportation is a good policy?
Yes.
Okay, so would you agree that, like, ideologically speaking, conceptually speaking, a good policy is one that produces more good outcomes than bad outcomes, right?
I mean, there's more. Sure. Yeah, we can go with that.
There's not more to it. Conceptually speaking, that's all there is to it. Good policy is one that that produces more good outcomes than bad outcomes. And a bad policy is one that produces more bad outcomes than good outcomes. So would you agree that it would be your goal to demonstrate that it produces a lot of good outcomes, and it would be my goal to demonstrate that it produces a lot of bad outcomes, right?
There's pros and cons to everything. I think there would be more good outcomes.
Yeah, so it's your goal to demonstrate that there's more good than bad, and it's my goal to demonstrate that there's more bad than good, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll start by naming off the bad outcomes, and then you'll move on to the good outcomes, and we'll see who comes out on top, okay? You're not in the live. Nobody can hear you. Let me know when you're back.
I am back. I've never been in a TikTok live. I apologize.
So I'll start off by naming the bad outcomes, and you'll name the good outcomes, and we'll see who comes out on top. So a lot of the bad outcomes are economic and humanitarian. We'll go over them both. One of those bad outcomes is going to be a annual reduction in our GDP upwards of 1.1 trillion through 1.7 trillion dollars per year. That figure is being pulled from the Center on American Progress. That accounts for their $300 billion per year direct contribution, the productivity that is generated inside of our manufacturing/labor force, as well as the provided value to the GDP that is extracted off their work by their employer. That's a really bad outcome, significant reduction in our GDP. Another bad outcome is going to be disenfranchising our manufacturers and making them less productive in the goods that they manufacture. That's a no-brainer. Obviously, when we're going to do a forced layoff of 8.3 million laborers, that's what's going to happen. They're going to get less productive and make less goods. A third bad outcome is going to be a reduction in the size of our consumer base, which then creates a lower level of demand for American-produced goods, which then would lead to the conclusion that we're going to have less American-produced goods. So that's also a no-brainer. There's 12 million undocumented consumers on the demand side of our economy. Removing them all is terrible. A fourth really bad outcome is kind of like consequential for these three prior facts, which is more crime. Because when we have like a worse economy with slower GDP growth, less people buying goods, less people producing goods, we're going to have higher levels of poverty, which is kind of a given. And because a lot of crime is a result of poverty, when we have higher levels of poverty, we'll also have more crime. So that's going to be your fourth and your fifth negative outcome of mass deportation. Now, the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, etc., there are typically going to be more humanitarian concerns related to, I don't know, illegally deporting people to get beaten and tortured in CICA in El Salvador for 3 weeks, holding people in detention centers for 3 months with no reason, even though they're valid green card holders, disenfranchising families and sending people to Alligator Alcatraz in Florida to eat one meal a day, some of those meals having maggots in them. So there's around like 7 or 8 or 9 really bad outcomes of mass deportation. If you want to go ahead and turn around and tell me what the good outcomes are, I'll listen. You got my ears. Just make sure that you're specific, the same way I was very specific with what the bad outcomes are.
Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and say I could confidently name 9 just off the dome without doing any research. However, I will say pretty confidently a huge factor, and I'm sure you've heard this debate before, more jobs for Americans. I solidly believe that would be a good outcome, and I don't see how in any way you'd be against that, right?
But think about it. Literally think about it. Dude, if Intel laid off 50,000 employees, there'd be more open job opportunities for Americans. Does that mean that Intel laying off 50,000 employees is a good idea?
I'm not going to sit here and say there wouldn't be some sort of bump there. Definitely a lot of cons, but I think overall, on the long run, it is more beneficial to have American citizens working jobs. You're not
answering my question.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. I asked you if Intel laid off 50,000 employees right now, there'd be 50,000 additional open job opportunities for Americans. If Intel did that, would it be good?
I said there would be cons. So
it would be bad if Intel did that. Yes. So like the undocumented immigrants losing these jobs is bad, right?
It's not just a good or bad. There's going to be bad and there's going to be, you try to make everything black and white, and I don't like that.
Are you saying that there's a good outcome produced in the long term from this? What is it?
If 50,000 people who are not legally supposed to be here lost their jobs, and 50,000 Americans got jobs, that would be a good side effect of that, right?
So you think that Americans are going to fill the shoes that are left by every undocumented immigrant in the workforce right now? How many undocumented immigrants are working?
A lot. I don't have a specific number, but I'm sure an absolute lot.
8.3 million. How many open job opportunities already exist?
Probably a lot.
8 million. So if Americans can't fill the 8 million open job opportunities that already exist, what makes you think they'll be able to fill the 8.3 million that would open via mass deportation?
Super funny you mentioned that. I'm going to use a personal example here. So there's plenty of open jobs. Sure, I could go get a job at McDonald's right now. I guarantee it. However, all these good jobs, like I'll be a little specific. I work with a train company, and jobs like that don't just come and go. There's a lot of people there that's just a lot of open job opportunities for a good job. Yeah, you can go get a job at McDonald's whenever you want. That's an open job. So when you put a whole list of open American jobs, you're going to get jobs like McDonald's. I don't feel like that's a good argument.
Okay, just like if we were to... I'm sorry, I don't even understand your argument. I need to get clarification on that. What is your argument here?
Okay, you just said there was how many open jobs in America right
8
now?
million
You just
already?
gave me a number. 8 million. So we're counting every single job, right? We're not blending in just like a mix of good jobs only, right?
I'm
Like
just telling
job
you
in
how many
America.
open job opportunities there are. There's 8 million open job
Okay,
opportunities.
exactly, right? So I can go get a job at like a country club right now and make $9 an hour. I'm not going to be able to live and provide for a
Could be one of
family.
the open job opportunities.
Okay, yeah. So it'd be a lot more beneficial for me to get a good job. And
Okay.
for instance, a lot of illegal
So are
immigrants.
you saying
labor
that
jobs.
like the jobs that undocumented immigrants work are like of a higher quality than the jobs that are open?
I personally think so. Yes.
Okay, what makes you think that? Because they're actually limited into working lower quality jobs due to the fact that they're undocumented immigrants, don't have don't have an SSN, and are easier to be exploited by their employers because they don't have residency or citizenship.
I just don't. All right. So okay, we'll dig into that right
Like
now.
I have a
So,
question. Do you think that unions help you get better jobs?
I've worked a union job. I personally didn't like it. Are you saying does it provide a better job? Is that
Yeah,
a better job than a normal job?
Can unions help you get better jobs with better benefits, with better pay than if the union didn't exist?
I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about unions. I'm not gonna.
The
pretend
answer
I'm
to the question
educated.
would be yes. Okay, why is the answer to that question yes? Because unions can provide you more bargaining power held against your employee, right? Against your employer, right?
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
So in other
Yes.
words, the more bargaining power, the better job you could get. Who has more bargaining power, citizens or undocumented immigrants?
Citizens.
Right.
in
So
that
therefore, we'd
circumstance.
expect on average undocumented immigrants to have lower quality jobs on average compared to citizens.
Okay, so I don't have a computer in front of me, but if I need to, I can get one. Would you agree or disagree that illegal immigrants are typically working a labor job?
I don't
Is
know,
that something you would?
I don't know if I would say that like 50% of or more of undocumented immigrants are working labor jobs. Are like in like particular labor fields. Are
In labor
undocumented
fields, yeah.
immigrants disproportionately likely to work? Yes. Like 1 out of every 7 construction workers is an undocumented immigrant.
Okay, so I feel like Americans would benefit more from getting jobs like that aren't open because they're able to even slightly underpay an illegal, right?
Because they have less
And
bargaining
those-
power, right?
Yeah. So
So in
again,
other words, you're telling me if we offered the undocumented immigrants a pathway to residency or citizenship, then they'd have the same amount of bargaining powers as residents or citizens because they are residents or citizens. And then without any change in their material conditions, they get paid more on average, meaning that GDP per capita would go up and their contributions to the GDP would go up. And because they're naturalized and can seek benefits from our federal government, their contribution in taxable revenue would go up. So then our country gets materially better without a single change apart from offering undocumented immigrants a pathway to residency or citizenship.
I just want to go in on that. So you're saying if they were legal now, right?
Right. Offering
They
them the
got an
pathway to
opportunity
residency or
to be legal.
citizenship. Yes.
So you would get all that benefits from them being a legal citizen rather than illegal. Because my whole
So you
argument
offer
is
them
that
a
we
pathway
do
to
not need
residency or
illegals.
citizenship.
Okay, so we're on the same page about the pathway to have what's it called again?
No, we're not on the same page of mass amnesty. You disagree with it because you support mass deportation.
So I can't support mass deportation, and just due to that, I can't think there should be a pathway like to become a
Precisely.
citizen. I
Precisely.
don't understand.
Yes. Yes. Because
So-
you support mass deportation, you cannot support mass amnesty.
I don't understand that entirely because
Oh, it's because mass deportation is removing undocumented immigrants from the country. Mass amnesty is allowing them to stay in the country and become a resident or citizen.
so what I said specifically, if we go back, is I think there should 100% be a way for an illegal immigrant to become a legal citizen the right way. I don't think you should be just brutally forced out of the country. And I understand that.
So is mass amnesty the right way or the wrong way?
See, I don't want to give it a label because I'm not entirely educated on that. I'm
Okay. I'm going to explain it to you this one last time. Here's everything that you need to know about mass amnesty. Okay, it is offering undocumented immigrants, right? A, the ability to stay in this country, and B, if they're offered the ability to stay in this country, they must be seeking a pathway to residency or citizenship. And C, our government would be offering that pathway to residency or citizenship. There will be a handful of undocumented immigrants that shouldn't be offered this pathway with the ability to stay in the country, such as undocumented immigrants with prior violent offenses, such as undocumented immigrants with particular outstanding warrants from other countries, such as undocumented immigrants with pretty crazy non-violent criminal offenses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Those individuals would be deported or put in jail, right, for their crimes, obviously. So now that we understand what mass amnesty is, do you think that is a good way to naturalize undocumented immigrants, or a bad way to naturalize undocumented immigrants?
I think 100%, and I'm going to go back and say it. I think 100% there should be a way.
You're not answering my question. I asked you if mass amnesty was good or bad.
So based off of what you're telling me, if there is proper documentation and there's not just a get out of jail free card where, oh, you've been here for 20 years illegally, there's not going to be any consequences for that. You're now a legal citizen. Hooray.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, so as long as there's proper work and authority there, like proper law, I don't see a problem with that, no.
Okay, so you do support mass amnesty?
Based off of what you're telling me, yes. Does that mean I think we should just let people swim over the border?
So therefore, we're actually not talking about border policy right now. We're talking about what to do with the undocumented immigrants.
They tie into each other, but sure.
They actually don't tie into each other in this sense, no.
So you're going to tell me right now that people illegally coming into the country doesn't cause illegal citizens to be here that are getting mass deported? That doesn't tie into each other at all?
I'm telling you the conversation of what to do with the undocumented immigrants that are in this country is completely distinct and separate from a conversation of what to do to prevent further undocumented entry. No. Right, so now that we understand that as a fact, I'll go back. So you just told us that you do indeed support mass amnesty, so therefore you don't support mass deportation, and you've now conceded the totality of your argument.
I mean, not really, but if that's the way you want to try to make it look. So
bro,
again,
I'm gonna go over this with you one last time, okay? Is removing an undocumented immigrant from this country diametrically opposed to allowing them to stay in the country?
A lot of them are here illegally, right?
No, you're not answering my question. It's removing an undocumented immigrant from this country diametrically opposed from allowing them to stay in the country and become a citizen. Yes or no?
You're giving them a pathway, though. That's not just a yes or no. See, you always make things black and white. I've seen you debate so many people.
And this is black and white. This right now completely is. It is totally black and white. Is removing an undocumented immigrant from this country diametrically opposed, distinct, and contradictory to allowing an undocumented immigrant to stay in this country while seeking a pathway to residency or citizenship? Are those two things completely separate?
I don't think they're contradictory. I think there's a correction there where, you did something wrong.
What is a contradiction? What is a contradiction?
A contradiction is something that completely opposes something that is completely against it. So if I went left, you went right. That's not what this is.
If I am deported from the country, you're allowed to stay in the country and become a citizen. If I went left, you went right.
Yeah, but there's so much more to that. There's not just a, hey, do you want to stay in this country or do you want to go back to your country? There's so much.
Okay, what is the additional context that is required that I am required to understand in order to come to the same conclusion that you have, that mass deportation is not directly contradictory to mass amnesty?
I think damn, I really suck at saying that word. I think that would be a good course of action.
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you that. I really didn't ask you that. I asked you, what is the additional context that I have to understand to recognize the same conclusion that you have, that mass deportation is not separate, contradictory, and apart from mass amnesty?
See, I don't know. I've tried to explain it to you multiple times, and you're not picking up on it. So
what have you tried to explain? Really explain it again. What context do I need to understand? Oh, well, that's not an explanation. That's a claim. I'm asking you for the explanation for the claim.
It's like right there. How am I supposed to go into that?
You're saying that they're not contradictory because they're not contradictory?
That's like looking at a color. Oh, that's blue. Tell me it's not blue. How do you want me to tell you that's not blue? Just like think. For a
Wait,
minute.
so are you just saying that it's intuitively obvious that mass deportation is not contradictory to mass amnesty? I've never heard a worse argument ever before. And by the way, if you want an explanation that something is blue, you would like look at the UV rays in which you would emit, and then you'd compare and contrast that to the UV rays in which are typically emitted by what we understand and colloquially acknowledge as blue on like a UV spectrum.
Okay, how about this? It's
Right,
a proper
so we can
way
explain
that
these things.
mass deportation could be handled. That doesn't mean it's a contradictory.
Wait, so you think that mass amnesty is a way to do mass deportation?
I think it's a way to get less people in this country illegally, because my whole issue is not that they're here, it's that they're here
Also,
illegally.
electromagnetic waves, not UV. Okay. Can any... Okay. So you still haven't offered an explanation. I'm going to give you one last attempt to explain yourself before I kick you. Because right now you're just being disingenuous.
Okay.
Like you're being incredibly disingenuous. You have no clue what you're fucking saying. Because you're still trying to argue that mass deportation is not separate and contradictory from mass amnesty. So explain to me why. One last time, just stop being dense. You were one of the most dense guests I've had up in a while.
It's a correction. It's not a contradictory.
What?
Oh, hey, you're here illegally. It's more of an option. It's not, we're just going to kick you out. There's a pathway there. You're saying, but it's either we deport them or we do this. No,
mass deportation is their removal.
Yes, mass deportation is getting somebody out of this country that does not need to be here.
Okay, so would you say that the removal of undocumented immigrants is a necessary factor of mass deportation?
The reason I support mass deportation...
That's not what I asked you. Would you say that the removal of undocumented immigrants is a necessary factor of mass deportation?
There we go. Back to the black and white.
This is
mass
black and white.
Deportation, yes, you have to remove some people because not everybody needs to be here. There's
so the removal
that have committed crimes.
So the mass removal of undocumented immigrants from this country is a necessary factor of mass deportation, right?
You have to remove people.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking you if that is a necessary factor of mass deportation. Is the mass removal of undocumented immigrants from this country a necessary factor of mass deportation? Yes or no?
All right, we'll play your game. Yes.
Oh, you think that answering questions is playing a game? Holy shit.
No, you make everything black and white.
Because that's literally how the words are defined.
Saying it.
Dude, it's because it is black and white. Because that's how we define the words. What does the word mass mean?
That's not what we're talking about. You're saying that
yes, it is what we're talking about. Because you're
not.
telling me that I'm just not being like contrast enough and making everything black and white. Dude, we have to be able to like have a common understanding of what words mean. You're calling a common understanding of what words means like black and white. Sometimes it is, okay? Right? And I'm going to explain to you this concept right now. What does the word mass mean?
Large.
Large? And what does the word deportation mean?
Deportation, like leaving.
Removal.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just told me that mass means large and deportation means removal. Okay. So when I ask you, right, if the mass removal of undocumented immigrants from this country is a necessary factor of mass deportation, and you can't answer the question, and you're saying that it's too black and white, well, look at that. We just had you define the words mass and deportation. You said large removal, so it looks like I was right. It is necessary that we would be deporting and removing a lot of undocumented immigrants from this country in order to qualify a mass deportation, because that's literally what the words mass and deportation mean. See, if we're not doing a mass removal of undocumented immigrants from this country, we're not doing a mass deportation, because the words mass deportation literally mean mass removal. Right? So do you see how in this sense it is black and white?
I get what you mean. Yes. But in that sense, you're suggesting that I want every single one of them removed, the whole mass. And that's just not true. That's
the policy of the Trump administration.
The Trump administration wants them all removed, and I told you from the get-go that I don't stand by everything that Trump does. I just think illegal immigration needs to be handled.
We've literally been having a debate about why you support Trump, and it's because you said you support his mass deportation.
Yeah, off the rip, I actually said I don't stand by everything that Trump does, but I do think that illegal
but
immigrants
I
shouldn't be
understand
able
that
to
you
keep
said
coming
that
over
you don't
here.
understand that you don't stand by everything that Trump does. So that's why I asked you what is something Trump is doing that you stand by, and you said mass deportation.
I like. Okay, so I people are framing it as a bad thing that illegal immigrants are being removed. Right? Is that not something we can agree on? Do
Right.
you think it's a
Like,
bad thing?
do you think Donald Trump's mass deportation is bad or good?
I think it's removing people that shouldn't be here.
That's
So
not what I
yeah,
asked. Is it bad or good?
it has benefits. It has pros and cons, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and say everything about it is peachy.
So do you overall support it, or do you overall not support it?
I like it all over the alternative of doing absolutely nothing.
Okay, dude, you're not even fucking answering my questions, man. Is there like, I'm asking you if this policy is overall good or bad? What is your response?
It's not perfect. I like it a lot more than what.
Dude, if you can't even tell me, if you can't even tell me that it's a good policy, we can't debate. Listen, I think that a lot of people do this when they join my live stream. You are so scared of even affirming a claim because you think that I'll be able to prove it wrong that you don't even affirm claims. Okay? But you have to be able to like affirm claims in order to debate me. If you're not going to give an opinion, what am I supposed to be debating against? If you're not going to give a claim, what am I supposed to be debating against? I'm going to need you to make a claim here. Trump's mass deportation. Is it an overall good policy or is it an overall bad policy?
I like it. Is that simple?
What does that mean? Is it an overall good policy because you like it? Is that the implication I should yield here? We need to be specific.
Yes, I think it has more good than bad from what I said. But
Okay.
you keep making me try to
Okay.
say it's all good, and I'm not
Okay.
going to say that.
Okay, I'm not
gonna
trying
say
to
that
make
there
you
is
say
peachy.
anything. I'm just trying to make you say how you feel.
I think 110% it is a good idea to remove people that came to this country illegally when there's people that worked their ass off to get here legally
Okay.
and jump through
So
hoops.
I've already explained how this is not unfair. Okay. The only people slapping legal immigrants in the face is going to be our government for neglecting the legal means of entry into this country for all of modern American history because they want the issue of undocumented immigration into this country to persist, to exist because of an unattainability of legal means of entry into this country, or also have nothing to run on to convince their base that they should support them. All right. Also, you can't say that it's unfair to legal immigrants to be offering them a better country once they're in the country because undocumented immigrants make this country better. Right? Would you prefer legal immigrants to have a better country to walk into or a worse country to walk into? Because with mass deportation, the country is worse. Without mass deportation, the country is better. You're telling me that it's unfair to give legal immigrants better material conditions once they're already in the country. Do you see how absurd that is to say?
Well, okay, and here's the thing. So you're affecting the lives of others when you come here illegally. Like, you're pulling sources from other people. You're sitting here saying that illegal immigrants have a more hazardous life and can't get resources they need. So, okay, let me ask you this. Why are people coming here illegally?
Because the legal means of entry into this country are unattainable.
Why? Like, why are these people coming to America illegally? Why are they coming here?
I
Why
just
are
told
they
you
not-
that is the main incentive for undocumented entry. It's because the legal means of entry are unattainable.
I understand that. What is the motive? Why would
That is the
somebody
motive.
come over here?
That the motive for undocumented entry is because of how unattainable the legal means of entry are. That is the motivation for undocumented entry.
So you're saying people just like don't become legal because it's too hard to become legal? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I'm completely open. Is there any like proof you have behind that? Like, I'm genuinely curious. I just want to hear what you have to say. Not even trying to be rude.
Yeah, the fact
why
that it
is
takes
it-
20
why is it hard?
through 25 years to become a citizen.
There's 25 years. So there's people that have come here.
If you're in
legally that
Mexico,
are
if you're in Mexico
125.
and you don't have any family in America and you want to become a citizen, it'll take you 20 years.
I just find that hard to believe. If you could pull a source that says, "Hey, it takes 25 years to come here," I would absolutely love that.
Sure.
And I'll say it right here, right now. I mean,
Are you saying
I
that
just-
the legal means of entry into this country are good?
I never, man. I don't like giving straight answers because I know you're more educated than me. I don't special in politics, but I think they could be better. I don't think they're terrible as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, everyone, just give us a minute here.
Yeah, I'd absolutely love to see where it says, yeah, it takes you 25 years to come over to America. I'm sure there's been like some instance out there that was really messed up where that happened. I don't think that's an actual written thing that says, hey, it takes 25 years.
Well, it's not written. That's just how long the current process can take for Mini.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Can't lie.
How long do you think it takes while I look for this?
25 years, that's really pushing it. I was more betting on around 2 at tops.
I mean,
Two to 5.
Even like 2 is too long.
That is a lot. I'm not going to sit here and say it's perfect. It's a lot better than 25.
Okay, so yeah, the first source I'm going to give you is coming from, let's see here. I believe this is coming from Boundless Immigration. So this is specifically going to be for green card holders. Let's see here. Sorry, I haven't like done this research and given you my sources for a while. So on average, at the most, on average, it could take around 15 months to have your claim for a green card processed. But now when you compile that with the fact that we have around 10 to 11 immigrants backlogged in that process, it can take 5 years, it could take a decade just to wait to begin that process of getting processed.
So, I mean, all right, already for starters, that's a lot less than 25. I'm still going to say that's quite a phenomenal amount. Is there, what's this source called again? Got my computer up here.
It's called Boundless Immigration. That is the length at which it takes for a green card claim to be processed once you start the process. However, it is the case that in many circumstances, it could take 5, 10, 15, 20 years to start the process because of the wait.
All right. I'm actually using this same source that you're using. All right.
Also, notice how he's like honed in on this one specific thing instead of like debating anything else ever. He didn't debate me on why mass amnesty is good. He didn't debate me on why he's a fan of mass deportation. And still, unto this point, he hasn't acknowledged the contradictory nature of mass amnesty compared to mass deportation, even though he was arguing that they weren't contradictory until he's able to describe the contradiction just literally in the meaning of the words mass and deportation, and now that's separate from amnesty.
So
I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm actually going to go ahead and put a red line there. I don't know why I'm even entertaining this. We could talk about this immediately after you acknowledge the contradictory nature of mass deportation and mass amnesty. I have no clue why I let you get away with that.
So, okay, you're telling me we actually found a debate topic and you want to refrain and go back on something.
Yeah, because you ran away from that. Yes, you ran away from that. You did run away from that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say they're polar opposites. So I guess just kick me and talk to your next guest.
Okay, well, I gave you an argument that they were opposites because one necessitates the removal of the person from the country, and the other one necessitates the remainder of the person of the country.
Yeah.
Would you say that removing somebody from a country is the polar opposite of letting them stay in the country?
So you're deporting somebody, and we're offering a solution.
No, answer my question. Is removing somebody from the country the polar opposite of letting them stay in the country?
When you put the word like that, yeah, sure.
Okay, so that's why they're the polar opposite of one another.
So mass deportation is, like we already established 20 times, letting someone out of the country. And the action that we could do to correct that and allow our government, our people to benefit, and the person that is here illegally to benefit, it's more of a corrective action. I don't know why you're trying to make it a polar opposite. That's like saying...
Wait, you agreed that...
It's a solution to an issue.
You agreed that it was a polar opposite? You said that removing somebody from the country is a polar opposite of letting them stay. You agreed.
When you blatantly say it like that, sure, those could be opposites. If you walked up to somebody and blatantly said it, we're talking about a world issue here. There's no just opposite. It's a solution to a problem.
Okay, I'm confused on what you're saying because that is what I'm blatantly saying. That's a crux of why they're contradictory.
Yeah. So if someone walked up to my house and I either let them in or kick them out, yeah, those are opposites. Right. We're not talking about something so simple.
That's the difference between deporting somebody and letting them stay in the country.
Yeah, so you could, all right, you guys love to, oh my gosh. Okay, so there's mass deportation.
Right. Which is
the
removing
whole
people
topic
from the
of-
country, right?
Okay. And I'm going to say this 20th time. There's that path that they could take to stay here, or there's another path to go back to their country. So I'm trying to understand
that's
how
not
they're
mass
polar opposites if
deportation.
there's two solutions.
That's not mass deportation.
Yeah. So again, I thought we were talking about those being opposites. Now we're going to go back on this too, or pivoting again.
What you just said, like letting people stay in the country or giving them the option of like voluntary removal, that's not mass deportation.
So what are you saying? We just
I'm saying that what you just defined as mass deportation is not mass deportation, nor is it what Trump is doing.
Yeah, it's better than just allowing everybody to stay though and live off of others.
Okay, so you think that okay, so now that you've agreed that mass amnesty is different than mass deportation, I'm confused. Can you agree that these two things are different and contradictory or not?
Again, I'm going to tell you the same thing I've told you 20 times. It's a pathway. I think it should be an optional pathway.
You can't even tell me if you agree if they're different or not. This guy's just spamming words. Chat, should we just kick him for spamming words? Like, bro, I understand that you're lost in the sauce, but you're confusing the fuck out of me and everybody else watching because I'm just like, hey man, okay, like I'm gonna give you as well as everybody else listening just like a really cleaned up version of this conversation. I'm saying that removing somebody from the country, mass deportation, is the polar opposite of letting them stay in the country and become a citizen, mass amnesty. This guest is responding by saying, Dean, they're not polar opposites of one another. It's a pathway. Like even the response there, just denying that they're polar opposites and saying that they're pathway, those are words that are like seemingly like meaningless to my claim. Like imagine that like you made a claim that like imagine it does have to be one or another. So the reason why it has to be one or the other, right, is because somebody either stays in the country or they don't stay in the country. That is a true binary 1 and 0. 1 or 0,
Yeah,
one or the other.
so-
They're removed or they stay.
Yeah, so they could be removed and put back to their country. They could be put in jail for crimes. They could have a pathway to stay in the country.
Sending undocumented immigrants to jail for the crimes, that's not deporting them. Allowing them to stay in the country, that's also not deporting them. So because like that's not mass deportation.
I'm just saying you're putting it out there that they're polar opposites, like up and down. And
Right. Removing
I just
somebody
don't
from the country
understand
and letting them stay in the country are two polar opposites.
that. Okay. You know what? So
But can you agree with that? I just want you to affirm or deny the following sentence, okay? Removing somebody from the country is the polar opposite from letting somebody stay in the country, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mass deportation is removing undocumented immigrants from the country. Mass amnesty is allowing undocumented immigrants to stay in the country, right?
Okay. So
No, I don't want a so. I want a yes or no.
yeah, sure.
Okay, so you just affirmed it. You just affirmed it. We're going to listen back to the two propositions that you just affirmed to demonstrate how these two things are the polar opposite of one another. Let's go ahead and listen in.
you guys love to. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's.
Sending undocumented immigrants to jail for the crimes, that's not deporting them. Listen closely. Allowing them to stay in the country, that's also not deporting them. So because like that's not mass deportation.
I'm just saying you're putting it out there that they're polar opposites, like up and down. And
Right.
I
Removing
just
somebody
don't
from the country
understand
and letting them stay in the country are two polar opposites.
that. Okay. You know what? So
But can you agree with that? I just want you to affirm or deny the following sentence, okay? Removing somebody from the country is the polar opposite from letting somebody stay in the country, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mass deportation is removing undocumented immigrants from the country. Mass amnesty is allowing undocumented immigrants to stay in the country, right?
Okay. So
No, I don't want a so. I want a yes or no.
yeah, sure.
Okay,
So,
so you just affirmed it. You just affirmed it. So after listening back to that, do you see how you affirm that they're the polar opposites of one another?
Sure. So
Okay, so
again,
you just conceded it all. They are the polar opposites of one another. Thank you for the concession.
I'm honestly just trying to get away from the topic and go back.
So he wasn't even answering honestly. Okay. I kicked them. I kicked him. So, something to consider. My temples are balding. My hairline is receding. The crown on the back of my head is thinning. And it's because of guests like that. It's because of guests like that guy. Where people reduce themselves down to a chamber of horseshit. I'll debate these people and like logic, reason, their faculties of thought just like go out the window. They just like cease to exist. You know what I mean? Like humans are supposed to be smart, but by God, do humans just have the ability to turn that off? It's an interesting observation that like humans truly have the ability to reduce their cognitive faculties, like by their own control, to like that of like an antelope, you know? And that's really interesting. I wish that somebody could study that. How we truly are so capable enough to just choose to be rocks. And obviously, like, I'm saying that's a choice. Like, with, like, the level of, like, logical faculties that guy displayed, like, that wasn't even enough logical faculties to, like, wake up in the morning and brush your teeth. like, so obviously he chooses to turn it on and off, or he wouldn't be able to brush his teeth in the morning. So, I don't know. It's just interesting. We're going to go ahead and, like, move on to the next guest here. What an interesting observation of the lengths that some Trump supporters are willing to go to defend Trump. It's like they value like Donald Trump more than they value their own cognitive faculties. What's going on, Samuel? Do you support Trump?
No, I do not support.
Great. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest here, everybody. It is like truly a cult. And I feel like at this point, it even extends like beyond a little bit of like what we like typically understand a cult to be. It's worse than like a typical conception of cult. It's just like truly just like the brainless follow of something. I don't know. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, but would you ever debate Trump?
Would I debate
Like,
Trump?
yeah,
Obviously I would. Obviously I'd debate Trump. Fucking duh. Moving on to the next guest, K-Bear. Make sure we're in that queue. Make sure that we support Trump, y'all. There's a handful of people that I got to thank for your donos. Welcome in. How old are you? Okay, not here. Moving on. Let's see here. Tammy, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Tammy says, keep fighting the good fight. I hope my kids can hold their own like you in a debate. Tammy, that's so kind of you. Can we all please show some love to Tammy down below for the $10? Thank you. That was a while ago, 40 minutes ago. Jesus, it's been a while since I've read donos. As well as Cameron with the $5. Thank you so much for the love, Cameron. And then Caitlin, dude, Caitlin, it's so good to see you again today. Thank you for the $100 donation over on Venmo. Caitlin says, please keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully we're going to have some better conversations because that last guy's brain was turned off. I really appreciate that, Caitlin. Let's get 1,000 Caitlin W's down below in that box, literally right now. Thank you so much, Caitlin. You are great. As well as Monique with the $30 donation on Venmo. Monique says, thank you for spreading wisdom, critical thinking, research, and hope. All is well while being so well-spoken and positive. First time watching. I love the live feed. Monique, thank you for being here. That's awesome that it's your first time watching. There's a lot of first-time watchers every stream, and it always makes me so happy. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for the $30 donation. Show some love to Caitlin, Monique, and all of the donors down below in that chat. I'd also like to quickly thank Alexandria for the $25 over on PayPal. Show some love to Alexandria down below on the comment section. Thank you so much. Saying love you, Dean. I love you too, Alexandria. Thank you for the $25 in the kind message. Show some love to Alexandria down below. As well as Daniela with the $20 over on PayPal. They say, it took my family 17 years and $15,000 plus for our green cards, and Trump paused our application in his first term because when my parents first applied, they didn't background check me. I was 2 years old and had no background check. That's literally fucking insane, Daniela. I appreciate you for the $20. I'm happy to hear that everything worked out in the end, but that is literally insane. Okay. Also, yeah. Once again, if you are watching the live stream right now and you want to help pay for my therapy bills that I'm going to need after that last guest, you could find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the link tree in my bio. I get 100% of the proceeds over there if you're watching on TikTok. Link tree in the bio, as well as if you're watching on YouTube, you can find the Venmo and the PayPal in the pinned message or in the description. Now, we're going to move on to the next guest right now, everybody. We're going to move on to the next guest. If you're in that queue, make sure that means that you're at least 18 and support Trump. Who will it be? We got Shane loading up in. Also, hello for everyone on TikTok. Make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't already.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Give me a second. We are literally 898 followers away from 4 million followers. Holy crap, everyone. Hit that follow button. We are so close to 4 million followers, everybody. Now, Shane, what's going on? Do you support Trump?
What's going on, man? Yes, I do, and congratulations on them 4 million followers, man. It's an accomplishment.
That's very kind of you, Shane. Go ahead and take it away. Tell us why you support Trump as president.
Well, I support Trump because, the illegal schmugs that were coming over this border by the cartels, killing our young youth by the thousands and millions. I mean, you should have seen what it was doing to our people on the streets. Not millions, but it was killing them. And they were looking like zombies, bro. Straight zombies out here. So, yep, I support declaring war on the cartels. I support declaring war on all of Mexico, if you ask me.
Bro.
Another reason.
Let's not move on.
Okay, let's stay on this topic.
Oh, trust me, we're going to stay on topic, Mr. Shane. So you brought up undocumented immigrants. You called them illegal schmugs. You know what? Fuck you. And I will say that to your face.
Nobody.
Like, rotten hell, you POS. What a deplorable thing to call people. Absolutely terrible. But now I'm going to go ahead and respond to what you said. So you referenced...
Don't jump.
Don't interrupt me.
Little ass boy, don't jump to assumptions.
How about you relax and you don't interrupt me? The only person amped up here is the one trying to interrupt me every 3 words. And I didn't jump to assumptions.
Well, you jumped to assumptions. I said all illegals. I said the cartels.
No.
Didn't I?
You went on
Didn't
to
I say
then
the
reference
cartels? Dumbass little boy.
Oh, who
didn't
you calling
I say
a dumbass?
the cartels?
How about we roll the tape back, Mr. Shane? You referenced the cartels after undocumented immigrants, and I think you even said that the cartels sent them in the country. That doesn't change that the demographic of individuals in reference is undocumented immigrants.
The cartels smuggle them into the country. Yes, they do.
Right. So you're talking about the undocumented immigrants. Jesus, Shane. Thank you. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish talking. Thank you so much for conceding that you were referencing undocumented immigrants. That is just great. I appreciate it for you just serving me up a big old fat W on a golden platter, especially after some of your very derogatory comments you made there. Now, to go back to what I was saying, what you're pointing out here is going to be this issue that you see related to undocumented immigrants and committing crimes, violent crimes like murder, right? You got banned for hate speech. That's what happens. That's what happens. Of course that's what happens when you talk like that. You got banned for hate speech. Dude, TikTok is taking some W's today. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, TikTok is taking some W. Maybe you shouldn't hold so much hate in your heart, buddy. Right? Then you wouldn't get banned for hate speech. Moving on to the next guest. Let's go ahead and see who we got. All right, everybody. Let's go get that next guest loaded into the box right now, y'all. If you're in that queue, make sure that you're at least 18 years old, you support Trump, and you're ready and willing to come up here and have a debate. All right. Let's go and get that next guest loaded in right now. Quite frankly, we got Peyton, Ethan. We got Ethan connecting to the live. Also, seriously, the 11,000 people. Okay, just a little boy wanted to come up and scream the N-word. We got him banned and deleted from the live, everybody. Got him banned and deleted from the live. Record speed. Moving on. So everyone, just give us a minute to get that next guest loaded in. We got Marlon loading up right now. Hello, how old are you?
I just want to say fuck all these MAGAs. Y'all are stupid.
I actually don't want you to get a flag on your account for that, so I'm going to kick you. Well, I mean, you were cooking. I didn't want you to get your account banned, though. Bonnie, thank you for the $20 over on Venmo. Jeez, Bonnie, that is incredibly kind of you. Very kind, Bonnie. Bonnie says, as a childhood survivor of SA, thank you for being a voice of reason for us. The excuses MAGA makes for Trump are the endless are endless and show just how little the victims matter to them. Keep calling out the hypocrisy, Bonnie. I'm so sorry that you have to live in a country where now the right is like glorifying and protecting the people that do such terrible things to children, especially as a victim. I can't even imagine how hard that would be for yourself. Just know that I'm happy that you're here with us. I appreciate you for tuning in, as well as I truly do thank you for your kindness. Thank you. Let's go to move on here to the next guest. Ellie, thank you for the $5 off Venmo. That is kind. Lauren with a 1, and Josh with a 2. You guys are awesome. Welcome in. How old are you? Okay, they're not even here. Okay, how about this? Let's try to hit 4 million followers real quick. Obviously, the queue is definitely not what we want it to be. Somebody just came up here screaming the N-word. Somebody else was like, illegal schmucks. Like, I don't, and then got banned for hate speech because they were calling me a DNUMBASS. Right. I think we're going to give that a quick break, and we're going to focus on getting the 4 mil. We are literally 600 followers away. 600 followers away, everybody. Oh my goodness gracious. As well as Renee, thank you so much for the $50 donation over on Venmo. Renee says, for your therapy bill, all jokes aside, I watch you daily, and I want you to take a break. Dealing with these people like this daily is actually maddening. I hope you get some rest soon. Keep up the good work, and I genuinely appreciate you. You know, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I feel very well rested. I took a couple days out in LA. It was awesome. That was the break that I needed. But Renee, thank you for the kindness, and thank you so much for the $50 donation over on Venmo. Everybody, show some love to Renee down below in that chat right now. Thank you so much for the love, Renee. Then once again, if you're watching and you want to support me on TikTok, you can find the Venmo and the PayPal in the link tree in my bio. First links, I get 100% of the proceeds over there, as well as you could attach a message that I could read off on live. Now, let's take a look at how close we are. Okay, we're 350. Is there 350 people watching right now that don't follow me? If so, you should follow me so we can hit the 4 mil. And then also, Dallin, thank you for the $15 over on Venmo. Dallin says, much love. Thank you for speaking out. I'm always coming with facts. Your debates have honestly helped me with talking points when talking to my family / friends that are MAGA. It's helped an insane amount. That's good. Honestly, one of the other reasons why I do what I do. So you guys watching that are on the left can disseminate these points to your friends and family to hopefully change their minds as well. Okay. All right. How close are we? How close are we, folks? How close are we, everybody? Yeah, 300. Okay, 300 followers away, 350. Guys, it's still going. If you haven't already, hit that big fat old follow button in the top left-hand corner, yo. Okay, we're like around 330 followers away from 4 million now. So hit that big fat old follow button while we get big things loaded up into the box right now. Somebody right there, everybody. It's that big old button. Make sure to hit that shit. We're so close. What's going on? Do you support Trump?
What's up, D?
You are driving, so unfortunately I got to disconnect you, man. You can't be driving if you're joining in live. Moving on to the next guest right now, everybody. Just do be patient. We got Rich Hills joining us. What's up? Do you support Trump? Okay, they're not here. Moving on. Going to put a MAGA down below in that chat with your age. We'll get you pulled up here. Moving on to Sanctuary right now. Okay, guys. We're like so close. We are 250 followers away from 4 million on TikTok. Jesus. What's up, Sanctuary? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you? Are you here? I hear you say hello. Can you hear me?
I am... Well, I'm not 18 yet. I'm turning 18 in a week. But
dude, come back in a week.
17, but I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate.
Come back in a week, brother. I'm so sorry. Oh, you want to play devil's advocate? We are just looking to talk to people that actually support Trump. Moving on to the next guest right now, everybody. Dude, holy crap. How close are we? How close are we? Wow. 200.
I just wanted to say keep clocking their tea and keep doing it.
I appreciate you for that love. 215 followers away from 4 million. And oh my God, Cynthia with the $150 donation over on Venmo. Dude, Cynthia, that is so kind of you.
I hope that you're doing well. It's been a minute. Dude, Cynthia, I don't deserve that at all. That is so much money. Holy fuck. Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. You were like freaking fantastic. Cynthia says, it's been a minute. Dean, I hope that you're doing well. I am doing well. I hope that you're doing well as well. Please show some love to Cynthia down below in that comment section right now for the $150 donation over on Venmo. And let's see where else we stand. Let's see where we stand. We are now 160 followers away from 4 mil on TikTok. We'll try to get that next guest up here right now. Just know that like we're so close. If you haven't hit that follow button yet over on TikTok, hit that follow button right now. We're just like so close to 4 million. It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. As well as Michael, thank you for the $20 over on PayPal. Let's see what Michael said. From YouTube, created a TikTok to give you a follow. All the best, Dean. Bro, W Michael, are you kidding me? Sometimes I forget that like a portion of the fan base is only on YouTube and is not on TikTok. I forget about that. You know what, Michael? You're the man, bro. I appreciate you so much. Okay, we're in the final countdown. We're in the final countdown, everybody. We're in the final countdown. We are 85 followers away from 4 mil. 85 followers away from 4 mil. We're 80 followers away. We're so close, everybody. I could taste it. We're 50 followers away. In fact, I'm even going to go on my main account just to verify this because I'm looking at like some website. Let me make sure that the website is in alignment with the data that's... Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, let's see. Let's see here. Okay. The website is saying that I hit it. Now we just got to wait for it to update on the phone. Let's see if it updates on the phone, folks. Let's see if it updates on the phone. Whoa! It did! 4 million followers. Look at that shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy fuck, everybody. Dude, that is huge, man. That is so huge. Oh my God. I love you guys. Listen. For every single one of you tuning in. I appreciate you for helping me reach such an insane accomplishment. Because this isn't me. This is you guys. Yo, Birdie, thank you so much for the crystal. Thank you, Birdie. As well as Jeanette with the $4 on Venmo for the 4 million. I appreciate that, Jeanette. Yo, Olivia with the $10 over on PayPal for the 4 mil. I appreciate that. Thank you, Olivia. Just keep that in mind. This is not me. This is you guys. This is all you guys. We like rarely talk about like followers, following goals, shit like that. But every so often when like a big landmark comes around, you know, like 1 mil on Instagram or 4 mil on TikTok, I make sure to make note because it truly does make me so fucking happy just knowing that my message, that is shared on these streams has been and shared in my videos is able to reach so many people. 4 million people have seen my content along the likes of why Donald Trump sucks, why progressivism is good, why we should critically think, why we should endorse more progressive policy. And they've liked it so much that they dropped a follow. And I hope that speaks very loudly towards what is possible for the future of this country. There's so many people out there that do use their brains. There's so many people out there that think before they speak or vote and genuinely care about research into these concepts that they deploy when voting in politics. So you guys are awesome. 4 mil W down below in that chat. We'll go ahead and move on to the next guest. Just know that I really appreciate you guys. The best ever. Lizzie, thank you so much for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat saying I should debate Candace Owens. I agree, I should. I'd love to debate Owens. As well as Caitlin, thank you for the $20 over on Venmo to celebrate 4 mil. Caitlin, you are awesome. Show some love to Caitlin down below. Jeanette with a 4 for the 4 million. Rachel, thank you for the 5 over on PayPal. Sammy with the $5 for the 4 million. Renee for the $4 for the 4 million. And yo, Joseph, thank you so much for the $40 over on Cash App, man, for the 4 million. Thank you so much, Joseph. I want to see 400 Joseph W's down below in that comment section for the $40 for the 4 million. You are awesome. Now, let's go ahead and load up that next guest right now. Morgan, I appreciate you for the 5 on Venmo as well as for the kind message. I read that to myself. Thank you. Let's go to move on to the next guest. If you're on that queue, make sure that means that you support Trump. We're going to go ahead and load up that next guest literally right now. Let's go and get that next guest connected. Go and put a MAGA with your age down below in that chat if you want to join up. We'll hop back to the debates. Here we go, everyone. Here we go. We're going to get Jessica loaded in. I have a feeling that this is a troll burner account. We'll see what's up. Do you support Trump? I kicked them before it got closer to the mic, to the mic, but they were like spamming slurs. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest here. Everyone, just give us a minute. Alex, thank you for the $3 over on PayPal. That is incredibly kind of you. Moving on to the next guest, everyone. Welcome in, Molly. Do you support Trump? Molly, are you here? Okay, Molly's not here. Goodbye, Molly. I am definitely noticing that it is very difficult. It is very difficult to find people to debate today. Hi.
Yo, hello? Yeah.
Okay, all right. Give us a second here. Kristen, thank you for the $20 and the 25 cents over on PayPal. Kristen says, congratulations on the 4 mil. The intelligence and passion that you show every day truly inspires me from a grumpy old lady. I just want to say you make me believe that the kids are okay. Keep fighting the good fight. Kirsten, sorry, I believe that your name is Kirsten. What a kind message. Thank you for being here, and thank you so much for the love with the $20 donation as well. Show some love to Kirsten down below in those live chats. That is KIRSTIN. Mr. NPC, take it away. Why do you support Trump?
I support Trump because of union work. And before you say, Trump's union policies are very bad and they, are very, very negative actually for the work of unions. But I see it firsthand, and I see the work actually declines whenever there's a Democratic president in office. You know what I mean?
Can you repeat that? I do apologize.
Okay, so the union rates, like the working rates, whenever a Democrat is in office, they're very down. I mean, not very down. They're very up, but the work is down. You know what I mean? Like the work. I'm talking about union rates in the work.
Union. So you're saying like wages are lower under Dems?
No. Never wages. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the actual working. People do not work as much under Dems.
Higher levels of unemployment?
I wouldn't say higher levels. No. I'm talking about
Isn't that what it's called when people aren't working?
No, because the layoff rate I feel like is higher during the Democrats in office.
Less people, like more people are unemployed, more people are being laid off. Are you talking
of course.
Okay.
Well, that's
so what is your
COVID.
claim?
I know a
that
lot
more
due to
people are.
COVID.
Are you talking that more people are unemployed, or like there's just like more like productivity in the economy?
There's more productivity in the economy, of course, whenever, well, I wouldn't even say that because these tariffs are horrible.
I actually disagree with that. 15 of the last 16 recessions have been under Republicans.
15 of the last what?
15 of the last 16 recessions have been under Republicans. So your claim that like the economy is more productive under Republicans and Democrats is false. Now, I mean, I'm not going to say that we could definitely attribute that.
Who was our last recession under?
I think it started under Bush.
You would say Bush? You wouldn't say it had more to do with Obama?
Yeah, I don't think it had much to do with Obama.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it started when Obama wasn't president.
I think it started.
Dude, when was Obama inaugurated?
Oh, wait.
I'm pretty sure the election was 08. I think he was inaugurated in January of 09.
Well, the recession was already deep in 09. Actually, you're right.
How old are you?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really high, Dean. I just wanted to give you advice on your hair because those.
You can't. You can't say that on TikTok, bro. You can't say that on TikTok. I gotta kick you. Don't worry, man. I don't need advice on the hair. I'm actually all good. I'm all good. I got on my medication. I'm on medication to keep my hair, everybody. I'm on medication. I don't need the advice because I've already taken it. I'm on a combination of finasteride and minoxidil, however you pronounce it. I'm going to be keeping my hair, everybody. That's right. Dean is not going bald. Welcome in. What's up, Madison?
say goodbye to Madison. Goodbye, Madison. She's not here. We're going to move on to the next guest right now, everybody. Let's get that next Trump supporter loaded in to have a debate. Quite frankly. Hello, do you support Trump?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, what for?
Because I don't support Trump. I didn't mean to join this. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no worries. At all. Quite frankly. Moving on to the next guest, everybody. Go ahead and put a MAGA with your age down below in that comment section if you would like to come up and have a conversation. We're going to move on to the next guest right now. Here we go, everybody. We got Cody. We got Cody Witt. I feel like Cody will definitely be an interesting contender for a conversation here today. Here we go, everyone. Hey, Cody.
Hello.
Big Trump guy? Big Trump guy? You a big Trump guy, man?
I am a Trump fan, yes.
Oh, dude, Cody, why?
Well, go ahead. Ask me what you want to ask me.
Why do you support such a bad president, man?
Okay. What makes him bad? I'm going to ask you a question back. What makes him bad?
Okay. Well, Cody, I'll ask you. Would you like a really long explanation or a shorter explanation? Short? I think there's three main categorical reasons he's bad. His character sucks. He's an adjudicated rapist, boasted about pervert on teens in the Epstein files. Big time liar too.
That's not been proven. You cannot exactly say that. The files does not come out to say he was an Epstein. You cannot say that permanently.
The Department of Justice has confirmed that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files.
No, they have not. You want to release that statement? I'll show you. You can pull it up, or I'll pull it up on screen. You can pull it up, or I will.
I mean, I made a video about. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna play you a video.
No, my video.
It's been confirmed Donald Trump is named in the Epstein files, and him as well as his administration have been hiding this from us for months. Let's go ahead and take a look at the reporting that is just now coming in from the Wall Street Journal. They're reporting that in May, Pam Bondi, Donald Trump's attorney general, and her deputy informed the president in a meeting in the White House that his name was in the Epstein files. This reporting confirms what Elon Musk had said a couple months ago. There you go. Isn't that cool? Honestly, how most people will I get to play my own media. I get to play that's kind of cool, right? I get to play my own reporting to justify. That's fun.
That's a video just like I can pull up, I can make, or anybody else can make.
that's me, bro.
That's not coming from public news media or no one.
Okay, wait. Then I'll just literally repeat what I said in the video. It has been confirmed that he's in the Epstein files because of reporting from the Wall Street Journal confirming that in May, the DOJ went to both Pam Bondi as well as Trump and confirmed that he's in the files.
Yeah, that'd be like confirmed with everybody else. Like you say Obama. I mean, you want to go and confirm Obama would be in there?
Has the DOJ said Obama's in the files? No.
They won't release it, Harry. They won't release it. No one's going to release it.
Did you just call me Harry?
Yeah, I did. I like calling you Harry because you remind me of Harry, but I will not call you. I will not call you that again. But listen, that was just a video of someone who literally is on TikTok who done any kind of justice, which was no justice. Like he literally just done his own journalism. I mean,
dude, that was me.
I'm saying, what was you?
The video I played.
In your own journalism? So why would you want to play fake journalism?
Wait. It's actually not my journalism. It was the Wall Street Journal's journalism. I just repeated what the Wall Street Journal said.
That's just like fake news all over the world.
What? Wait, I have a question. Is Fox News fake news?
Fox News is about getting as bad as CNN, yeah.
Oh, okay. So how do you know that was fake reporting? Because remember, Donald Trump sued the Wall Street Journal last week because he claimed
I could do this. I could do the same reporting.
Cody, just give me a second here. So Trump sued the Wall Street Journal a week or two ago because they reported about a letter that he had sent to Epstein in 2003. He claimed that it was fake. Okay, well, if it was also fake that they're now reporting that the DOJ named him in the files to Pam Bondi and himself back
Sir,
in May.
would you-
No, listen to my question.
would
I'm not done with my question. It was
Go ahead.
also fake that they were reporting that he learned alongside Pam Bondi in May from the DOJ that he was in the files. Why isn't Pam Bondi denied it? Why isn't Trump denied it? Why isn't Trump launched another lawsuit?
Yeah, he's not. Okay, you're right. He's not been on media yet. But listen, let me ask you something.
He's been on media a lot. This came out a couple days ago.
I can do fake journalism. I mean, look at me. I can go hold a camera up. I can do fake journalism just as well as you can. Anybody in the United States can do fake journalism. Think about it.
But if it was fake, why hasn't it been denied?
What do you mean? Why's it not been denied?
Why? I mean, they deny all the fake journalism, quote unquote. They literally
Yeah,
denied an article from the Wall Street Journal like a week ago.
He is the president of the United States. There's a lot more going on than just saying, okay, well, this is fake. You know, me and you as a debate, he has a lot more going on.
Dude, he literally called their reporting on the letter fake 3 days before it was publicly published. No, they deny this shit as soon as it comes out if they don't like it, right?
Okay, well,
Then you also have to consider Caroline Levitt at a press Caroline Levitt hosted a press conference after this was reported on. She never denied it. Pam Bondi didn't deny it. Nobody's denied it. It's true.
Do you have that proof that he denied it? Can you pull that up?
They're reporting a week ago about the letter.
Can you pull the video up where he did not? No, not a letter. A video where he denied it.
Denied what?
What we're just talking about, Epstein Island's list.
Oh, that he denied that he was in the files?
Yeah, you just said. Can you pull a video where he denied Epstein Island's list? Can you pull that up and say, well, let's see a video of him saying, let's say he denied it. No, you cannot.
I don't even know what you're asking. I'm gonna be. Yeah, how about this? You know what? You beat me. Let's start at the top. Why do you support Trump?
Why did I support Trump? I support Trump over the oil fields, and I support Trump over making America great again, which we need to be, and a lot of different things, LGBTQ, a lot of different things that I supported Trump over.
Okay, do you think being gay is wrong?
If you want to be gay, no. It's if you want to be gay, you can be gay, but it shouldn't be out in public in front of our children, like at the fairgrounds, like let's just say you go to a fair, right?
You see two men holding hand. Oh, boo!
Not holding hands. Let's do more than that. Let's just say they're doing more than that in front of my son or my daughter.
Like kissing.
Okay, they could be. So,
okay.
Would you support that? Do you support that?
I mean, I'm okay with like some levels of PDA. But I don't think it's going to be dependent on the sexual orientation of the people engaging in it.
No, come on now. Really? Come on. Listen, you should
I don't know. If you want to give your partner a little smooch in public, like, who cares? Listen, like the whole, like, making out thing or just
okay. You got it. Okay, I'm going to listen to there. A little smooch. But let's just say they're going full on detail making out.
Well, I mean, I don't think my opinion would change if it was two men, two women, or a man and a woman. That's probably not acceptable to do in public.
You just said a little smooch. It'd be different. So let's just say my son's behind you in line to get on this ride, but you two are making out right in front of my son.
Dude, if there's like any couple just like viciously going at it in public, I'm gonna say that's probably not like acceptable. But like it's not gonna be unacceptable to do with anything related to or consequential of their sexual. One second. Or consequential of their sexual orientation. Like, how would you feel if I said that being straight is wrong because a lot of straight people have made corn? And corn is publicly accessible on the internet, even to minors. And this is heavily socially eroded, the safety of our children, the prospects, thoughts of our children, the mindset of our children, etc. So therefore, being straight is wrong.
Let's just say you was straight, heterosexual, and you and your woman want to do that thing, make out, like you said. Okay, let's just go somewhere privately, and we're going to do this.
Right! Yippee! That's right! Woo! So it's actually not anti-gay. It's kind of just like anti-PDA, right?
No,
Oh,
I
that
didn't-
rhymed. It's not anti-gay. It's anti-PDA.
I didn't say gay. I said, listen, you want to be that way? If you and your woman, if you just go to Outback, go to anywhere you want to go, and just say, okay, here we go. This is where we're gonna be at, and we're gonna make out whatever. Not for little children, though. Not for no children who don't know the difference.
Okay. Once again, I agree. Adult couples shouldn't viciously make out in front of little children in public.
Thank you.
What the fuck
Thank
does
you.
this have to do with the LGBTQ plus community?
Well, it don't have nothing to do with that. But
Why are we talking about it? Because I asked you like what your thoughts are in the LGBTQ plus community, and then you started
Okay,
yapping about this, but now you're telling me that has nothing to do with them.
okay, they can't do the same thing. They can't do the same. They can't do the same thing. Like, let's make this private. It's a private moment. Let's just go make this a private moment.
Bro, dude, let's look at the facts here. I think that there's plenty of straight people that are against PDA. There's plenty of gay people that are against PDA. There's also plenty of straight people that are not against PDA. There's plenty of gay people that are not against PDA. I would definitely assume that there's going to be more gay than straight people that don't engage in PDA because of homophobia. So I think more of your issues actually going to disproportionately lie within straight couples. And also PDA is like public displays of affection.
I'm 35 years old. So how old are you? Because my age, we would have went and hid behind somewhere and done the PDA away from children, and then not in front of them.
Wait, I don't even why am I entertaining this? Like, this is like just so like ridiculous. Like, why am I doing this? I just need to like check myself sometimes. Like, why am I even entertaining this conversation? Like, this is like just this is so dumb. Like, I don't know why haven't I kicked you yet? Like, this shit is like ridiculous. This is obviously
No, you're not. But you're not as old as me.
Yeah, man. Obviously,
So you're not saying, in one simple fact, saying, well, we should go somewhere and do our thing, and then not do it in front of everybody.
Okay.
And
explain how
make
this
sure-
relates to gay people.
Because even if it was gay people, listen, okay. So if, let's just say it was gay. Let's just say I was gay, okay? If I was gay, I would still take my public space, take PDA. I would say, you know what? Let's go.
Okay.
around-
If you were
somewhere-
so you're okay. So what we're learning right now is that if you were gay, you wouldn't viciously make out with your husband in public.
No, we're not. I'll go somewhere.
Same, bro. You got me there. Same, man. I agree. Look at that common ground. If we were gay, both of us would not viciously make out with our husbands in public. Where do we go from here?
We go somewhere where it's private.
Right? Oh, that is where we'd go from there. You answered the question very literally. I meant it more metaphorically, though. That is literally where they'd go from there. No, you're right. You technically did answer my. You technically answered my question. I was
doing reverse psychology on me. You're doing reverse psychology on me. You just said earlier, what's wrong with it in public? Now, what's wrong with it not in public? Then now you're doing.
Okay,
you're literally.
We're gonna go.
You're literally doing.
Okay, how about it? We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the main question. You told me that you support Trump because of something to do with the LGBTQ plus community. What about the LGBTQ plus community makes you support Trump?
What about it?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe there's only two sex changes.
Only
That's
two
it.
sex changes?
Two sex genders.
Oh, I thought you said there's only two sex like trans people are just like
No.
limited at like two sex changes, please. Like that's the max. Anything beyond that is just completely outrageous. There's two genders.
No, it's not.
Okay. So you're telling us that you support Trump because you invalidate like the existence of non-binary individuals? Like
That's not. Only reason I support Trump, no, but I support Trump only when there's two sex. He says there's male and female, and that is correct.
Okay, so I mean, those are going to be sexes. Even that's a little bit of a toughie. I don't think that sex is binary because of like, So I didn't say it's sexist. I said it's sexes. SEXES, or however you spell multiple sexes. I'm not too good at that.
Same thing you're saying, but go ahead.
So even that claim that there's like two different sexes, that's not true, kind of. I don't know. It's a difficult one. I'm sure that there's many other people that are more educated than I am, but at the basis, I think that saying that there's two binary sexes is a little bit misleading because of intersex conditions. Intersex conditions make it a little bit more nuanced and complex to understand the categorization of sexes. On typical, there's two sexes. Typically, yeah, you got your males and your females. But this is not like an all-encompassing rule. And when you set forth the principle that there's two sexes, you're setting forth said all-encompassing rule. You're not just talking about what's typical. And I mean, I don't know if like it's even possible to have a conversation with you about this with all the beers in your tummy, but
yeah, they are.
Yeah,
just explain the intersections so you can go ahead. I got your viewers. You go ahead. Explain intersections. What you just said. Explain that.
So, like, we would typically like categorize like a male off of maybe like chromosomes, like XY, or like phenotypical sex traits. You know, like presence of of the PP, you know, etc. Typically categories like females based upon chromosomes, XX, phenotypical sex traits, you know, like the female genitalia, etc. However, right, intersex conditions can like like change the chromosomes that you have. So instead of being XX or XY, you could be XXY. You could be XYY. You could be XXYY. You could be XXYYY. There's a lot of intersex chromosome conditions. I mean, it could also present like phenotypically, where you don't have like, you don't clearly you don't like clearly have a PP or a female member. Maybe you have like both a male member and a female member. Maybe you have a predominant male member with like a less predominant female member. Even sometimes other intersex conditions could be where you are just truly chromosomally male, XY, but truly phenotypically female with a female member. There's about like a billion different ways that intersex conditions can present.
So do you really think that in your head? Because you can you in any way scientifically prove that? Because no, you are either born male or female.
So everything I just said is very biologically, scientifically driven. Everything I just said was super scientific.
Born male or female? Don't you can't. No, it's not. You're scientific.
What if I broke this dude's brain real quick?
Your scientific is just way out of the way, son.
Dude, I'm gonna break your brain real quick, Cody. This will be great.
Break it.
Intersex conditions. Let's see.
Break it. I love for it.
You said that you want science?
I want science. I actually love gossip techniques, but go ahead and go to science.
Okay. All right. I'm trying. What's something that I could? I'm trying to just find something that I could show you that will just like break your brain. You know, like if I just put up if I just like put up a screenshot of like a study here with all these big words and whatnot, like you're not going to understand it. I'm trying to find something where it's just like you could have like these different chromosomes.
Go ahead. I want to call it for original. Go ahead and let's see this. Put it up and let's put it up in scientific, and then let's put it up in God's words. Go ahead.
What if I have like what's a particular intersex condition? Maybe I could pull up something on that.
Okay, that would be a girl being born a guy. That'd be a boy being born a girl. There you go.
Turners. Yeah, Turners at one.
You can't win. You can't win that.
Turners.
You cannot win that.
Okay. Honestly, man, I just know if I put any of this on the screen, you're not going to get it. Okay. What do you want?
You can't. No, you can't. You can't not do it. Don't say honestly. Just I cannot do it. I cannot do it.
I just don't even. Impossible. I don't even think that you're going to understand like the syntax of this.
Because it's impossible, and you know it is.
Okay, fine, I'll show you. It's.
I'm glad you make your money off TikTok, but it's impossible.
It's definitely possible. I'm just like for instance,
No, it's not.
Like right now, I'm looking at like an academic research paper titled
No, sir.
"Intersexuality: Differences of Sex Development Throughout the Discourse of Intersex People," a descriptive qualitative
No,
study.
sir.
And,
You are
and then
born
like and then like
two
the
ways.
abstract goes on to talk about intersex / differences of sex
Allegedly, you
development,
ever like that
conditions or
lottery, but
divergences amongst. Oh, okay. Actually, I mean, this works. This works.
go ahead.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Okay. So now I got to like screenshot these things and download them real quick. So if you wouldn't mind just
Go ahead. Got plenty of time.
give
I'm waiting
this
on
is like so like unnecessary. It's funny though.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You chose me to a challenge, and I challenged you to it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you got it, buddy. I've yeah, definitely. No, we lost access to our multi-guest feature. Do do do. Do. Unfortunate. We lost access. I should be able to peel that ban and get it back. No big deal. Should have done a restart earlier. Just stay safe. I was being a silly goose and I didn't. Oh well. Let me go ahead and drop an appeal on that. And I want you guys to stick around while I still have you. Because, oh, actually, should we, I'll listen to the, what happened? Oh. My live does not contain the content mentioned in this notice. Okay. All right. I submitted an appeal. So the last guest got us banned. I actually don't know. What's the over-under? What's the odds? I think that appeal is going to get rejected. What about you guys? But quickly, before you guys leave, there's something that I wanted to bring up. Somebody in my Discord had asked me to read a message out loud. I'm going to kind of put my own spin on it, just interpret it to be a little bit more understandable by the viewers. But it is important. If you remember yesterday, we had a guest. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my second account in here. We had a guest come up and say that America's always been great. And that started a larger conversation about examples of systemic oppression and just the ways that people have been hurt so badly in our country, in our country's history. And a member of my Discord brought up like a very specific way that individuals have been hurt so badly in our country's history. And I thought it was worth going over. So they wrote a message about this guy by the name of James Sims, who is considered the father of gynecology. And the way that, like the research into gynecology in America, started from this guy was he forced black female slaves to endure particular procedures that would literally, I'm trying to find like TikTok safe words of reference here, that would literally like rip them open, create fissures, just so he could then figure out how to fix the fissures. In studying gynecology, women give birth, fissures can occur. He wanted to know how we could surgically fix those fissures upon childbirth. And the way that he did this was by torturing black female slaves, manufacturing the fissures, and then sewing them back up. So he knew how to sew them up. And this happened to many people, but there were particularly three that it predominantly happened to, named Betsy, Anarcha, and Lucy. And, one of these women, at a minimum, experienced this 13 times of being tortured and cut open down there and then sewn back together. So this guy knew how he did it. There's also like an assumed maximum of like 30 surgeries before this guy was able to get his quote unquote technique down to figure out how to do it. And then he also would practice on their children and newborns. And if this is making you ill, it's because it's supposed to. This is completely grotesque. So completely grotesque. And all of this occurred even when we didn't have anesthesia available. And, you know, even like deeper than that, something that was promoted during the times of American slavery was the lie that black women couldn't feel pain. So that's why, you know, we hear all the time about how enslaved black women were raped, enslaved black women were physically tortured. It's because they promoted the lie that they couldn't even feel pain. And the reason why this is relevant to bring up is just in response to, you know, what that guest on the live had said yesterday about how this country has always been great. It wasn't then, and in many circumstances, it isn't now. And everything I just said is like an introduction to these concepts if you've never heard them before. I mean, there's probably, like, I myself could probably speak about this at great length. Others could speak at it at even greater length. Just go on and on all day about so many different points in this country's history where you know, people have experienced the most fucked up things known to mankind, rooted in some immutable characteristic of themselves, like in these circumstances, their race. We did not get our appeal approved. We got our account taken away with a restriction to access multi-guess. Let's take a look at how long that's in effect. I bet it's 3 days. $31? Yeah, it's 3 days. So we will regain live access on the 31st. But yes, Parker, I still have the DNC Dean account, everybody. So that's been a nice account to go live from. That's where we will be going live for the next 3 days. It's from @DNC Dean. And that's what we'll be doing. That's what we'll be doing for the next couple days. That's what we'll be doing. DNC Dean. All right, here we go, everybody. I don't know what to do for the rest of the day. Honestly, we are like really close to when we were going to end nonetheless. Parker, thank you for the congrats on the 4 mil. Yes, we hit 4 million followers on TikTok before we ended for the day here. Right now, we have just about 7 million followers across all of my social medias. $7 million. That is absolutely insane. How about this? We're going to go ahead and do a Q&A for a while. A couple minutes here. If you want to ask a question, feel free to ask it down below in the chat. I'll hang out with you guys for a little bit, do a little bit of a Q&A before we hop off. It's been a while. A couple people I want to thank here as well. Harriet, thank you so much for the $20 over on PayPal. Harriet just says, thank you for all the work that you do. I appreciate you, Harriet. Show some love to Harriet down below. As well as McLaren with the $10 saying something pretty similar to Harriet. Says, dude, keep going. The ability of these Trump supporters to wipe their ass with their morals is completely insane. It is insane. No, it is. I couldn't have described it better myself. It is completely insane, McLaren. I appreciate you for the love. As well as Justin, I appreciate you for the $25 donation. Justin says, dude, that's really fucked up. People who supported that were pieces of shit. I mean, I'd even argue that, like, even if people didn't directly support it, but weren't outspoken against it, didn't try to stop it, I also think they're pretty culpable. You know? And even though, like, I understand, like, the social pressures, like, everybody disagrees. Like, that was a point in human history to be the one to spark the change. And it's crazy that we saw so many generations of white Americans and, like, the totality of their generations just not care. That's one thing that truly does astound me, that there wasn't outspoken voices amongst any of these generations. Everybody at the minimum was complicit. It is genuinely hard to wrap my head around. It is so genuinely hard to wrap my head around. Emily, thank you for the $5 over on PayPal. I appreciate you for that love. And then Catherine with the $5 as well. Thank you, guys. Then Bailey, I appreciate you for the $15 over on Venmo, saying I appreciate you. You've completely changed my views on things and got me doing my own research. Bailey, you're awesome. That's what I want. I'm really proud of you. Then Taylor with a $9 saying TikTok says I've been watching you for 115 days. It's been so awesome to watch your platform grow. Dude, Taylor, that's crazy. A year? I think around a year ago, that's right after I filmed the Jubilee episode. Like 115 days? That's when the Jubilee episode dropped. Anyways, Robert, thank you for the galaxy. Let's see a couple questions here. Would I debate Kirk again? Yeah, no, I would happily sit down with Kirk. I don't think it'll ever end up happening, though. That'd make for a great debate right now. Because remember, Kirk is the end-all, be-all Trump shill. He co-signs himself on anything and all things that Trump does. Now, Trump has done some truly indefensible things. So he'd be arguing in support of truly indefensible things. Did I find oysters in LA? Asked Crimson in the chat. I did. Dude, I ate so many oysters with my girlfriend in LA. We had like 14 oysters. And we got them for a great deal. The place where we ate gave us half of them for free. It's like a promo that they were running. It was like awesome. It was like the best thing ever. Let's see. What else do we got here? Would I debate Trump? I would. It'll never happen. It'll never happen, though. Never, ever. It'll never happen. Robert, thank you for the galaxy. I appreciate you for the love. You were awesome, man. Let's see. Would I ever consider becoming president in the future if it came up? Would I ever consider it? Sure. Do I ever think I'll be in that position? Like, probably not. That's a hard position to get into in the first place. Like to have the opportunity to run for president. Let's see here. Anything else? Robert, dude, Robert, you've been going crazy today. I appreciate you for all the galaxies, man. You're awesome. Opinions on the new episode of Dexter Resurrection? Yo, based? Based, dude? Based? It's like the best show ever. I hope that Morgan C. Hall plays Dexter until he is 95. I am a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. Of Dexter. I'm a big Dexter guy. Watched all of the original series. Thought it was awesome. Thought New Blood was sick. I didn't watch Original Sin. I didn't like the first couple episodes. But I did watch, I have been watching Resurrection. And I think that they've been executing beautifully. Let's see here. Can I watch Impractical Jokers? Dude, I grew up on Impractical Jokers. That was literally my favorite TV show for so long. Let's see here. Yo, Kate, thank you so much for the $20 over on PayPal. I don't think that I could read that message out loud on TikTok. I'll get banned. But I couldn't agree more, Kate. Max with the $5. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody, appreciate you so much for the love. Take a couple more questions here. Kira, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. Kira says, hey, Dean, I appreciate what you're doing for the country. You always show people their hypocritical views. Questions, if you don't mind. What led you to be so outspoken and becoming so informed about politics? Did something specific trigger it? Did you always lean liberal? No, I mean, for like my first 16 or so years of life, I was pretty hard right, man. That's right. Well, I mean, not hard right. You know, I was on the right. Trump supporter, typical ignorant kid. I think what kind of triggered my switch to the left was like just learning more and being like, holy fuck, I was wrong about all of these things. Are you kidding me? And then I think what like really incentivized me to do what I do now is just the idea that I was able to change my mind based upon critical thought, reason, and evidence. So I was like, holy fuck, now I want to go shout this out to the choirs, to the choir. I need to tell everybody about this cool new thing I found called research and fact-based, thought forming. And I'm gonna go tell everybody else this great news that it took me 16 years to find. And that's why I do what I do now. I feel like I can get lost in the sauce sometimes and forget that goal, but that is the goal. Anna, thank you for the $15 over on Venmo. Anna says, I'm 42 years old and learn daily from you. Please keep up this important work, but please do something kind for yourself too. And well, Anna, I appreciate that. I've been treating myself well. I've been treating myself well. I have. I've been enjoying my life. In fact, after I leave here, I'm actually going to head over to my grandparents' house and spend some time with them. So I can't wait to do that. Saw them yesterday for dinner. I'm going to go spend some more time with them today. Spending more time with the grandparents. Hell yeah. Let's see. I'll take a couple more questions here, then I'm going to end for the night. Let's see here. What's your opinion on UK politics? I don't think I follow them closely enough to have an opinion. Did I hear that Donald Trump said in an interview that he never had the privilege of going to Epstein Island? I did hear that this morning. So every day before I go live, I just look at what's been in the news that day. And I heard that. What like a crazy thing to say. The privilege of going to the island. Holy shit. Dude. I mean, it's like right in front of your face. Nobody gives a fuck. Well, I guess millions of people don't give a fuck. Millions of people really do care, which is awesome. Oh, by the way, there is a really cool opportunity that I have coming up super duper soon. I was invited on a news station to have a conversation. I can't tell you guys what news station it is because I feel like it'll expose a lot. But it's like nationwide. It's super big. And I'm thinking about, it's not Fox, I wish. I'm thinking about, kind of throwing a wrench in there and being a party pooper for the news station. I don't know. Maybe I'll be on my best behavior. But, all right. I'm going to go ahead and end for the night, everybody. I love you all. If you want to see some more debates, make sure to watch Parker when he goes live. That's at Parker Get a Job. Great guy. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace and love, everybody. Oh, wait, actually, before we head off, I should probably check the YouTube. So we're actually not going to end yet. I completely forgot about the YouTube. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me answer the questions that we have already received on YouTube. It will take me a second here. Let's see here. Giz, thank you so much for the 10 pounds over on YouTube. I appreciate you for the love. As well as Blue with the $5. I appreciate you for that. Nicholas with a 5. Jonathan with a 2. Joe with a 5. King with a 2. Shelly with a 5. And Dumb Kid with a 2. Dumb Kid asked if I like Arctic monkeys. I do. Okay. All right. See you later, everybody.